This core workout takes 10 minutes. You have enough time, go ahead and hit the mat and let's do it. We're going 10 minutes non-stop, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 5 exercises. I'll show you each exercise in the first set, during the 20-second rest, and we'll make sure it's constantly flowing so you can get in and get out and be done in 10 minutes, not or less, 10 minutes exactly. What up, y'all? Let's get ready. Just warm up the core, warm up the body. We have 5 movements for this workout. It's going to be 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We have 2 animal flow movements because animal flow is going to make doing core work less sucky and more sexy. We're starting off with the beast reach, so loaded beast. Drive that knee to the same elbow, and you're going to alternate sides here. We are going to do a bridge motion later because we want to make sure we're doing stuff for the posterior chain, the lower back as well. So let's go ahead and get into the loaded beast and drive that left knee to the left elbow. And I'm actually going a little bit fast here. So you'll see me just gradually start to slow that movement down because also I know that I have 40 seconds of doing this and it's going to start hurting after a while. You're going to really start to feel those quads burning. At the same time, just trying to engage your core as much as you can by driving that knee all the way into the elbow. And it's going to take a 20-second rest. Next thing we're doing is the V-up. So you've probably done this one before. Try and keep the arms and legs nice and long and meeting it towards the middle. We're also trying to not let the legs touch the ground. We're trying to keep tension in the body the whole entire time. Reaching all the way towards those feet and down. Still taking your time here, especially on the way down. Not trying to rush any of these movements. And make sure you're maximizing each rep, which I know that I'm not doing here, so hopefully in the future I can get better at that. Support your head if you need to as well. And go and take your rest. So next thing we're doing is the bridge march. Like I said, we're trying to work on the posterior chain as well. So meaning the hamstrings, the glutes, and the lower back. It's just really important that we don't focus too much on one side of the body because it's going to build an imbalance over time. So let's go into the bridge, pushing those hips straight up, and just drive one knee up at a time. We're going to alternate here, whichever leg comes up. So we're doing a single leg bridge essentially and driving that knee up to find a little bit more balance at the top. I'm supporting my head here, so feel free to do that if you are feeling some tension and tightness in the neck. Then we'll be back onto our beast position, animal flow, and we're going to go into our side kick through. So right leg kicks underneath, pulling that right hand, opposite hand up. So we're trying to create tension in the oblique slings of the body, trying to create a lot of range of motion by kicking that leg out and pulling the other hand back. Really important here that we're engaging the posterior chain of the back, engaging your back by just pulling your hand back far. What that's going to do is just going to help us strengthen our back. And noticing here how I'm kicking at a 90-degree angle. That's how you're going to maximize the amount of engagement that you're getting in those obliques. And take your rest. We have one more last exercise. Like that little Ninja Turtle spin. Let's go ahead and reach far back and then tuck the knees into the chest. We're going to alternate here for an alternating jackknife. making sure you support your head if needed. And last thing is gonna go ahead and start. Reach and crunch inwards. Allowing your shoulders to come off the ground slightly, not too much. This one was a hard one. I was definitely feeling it by the end here. So if you need to take breaks throughout this, go and take a break. But we do have our 20-second rest coming up soon. And good work, y'all, finishing up all of the exercises. Let's take a 20-second rest. So still not too long of a rest. We'll get back to it at the beginning. The beast reach, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off still for the second round. So let's load the body back and then drive the hips up and the knee to the same side elbow here. When we start moving slower, we're going to start feeling more engagement in the core. In one of my certifications, they talked about just pretending like the air around your body is getting thick. And if you do that with these core motions, you're really going to feel your muscles have to work harder, which is the goal here. Not trying to go too fast. Trying to make sure you're activating the muscles correctly. Take your rest. Going into the V-up, so going onto your back, lengthen out those arms and the legs and reach upwards all the way towards the top. I've slowed down a lot this round, probably had too much coffee earlier. But this is kind of the tempo that we're going for. Nice and controlled, especially on the way down the eccentric portion. You can tell I'm struggling, so if you are struggling at home, dude, you got this, stay with it. Take your breaks as needed. And great job with a V-up. Okay, so giving our core, our abs a little rest. We're gonna get into the bridge march next. For this one, try to make sure that you always keep your heel planted if it's on the ground. And make sure that we're driving through the hamstrings and the glutes, not the quads. So let's push it up and then drive that knee upwards. This is a much better tempo than the first round, so at home, making sure you're going slower and focusing on your control. And awesome work, y'all. Let's go and take your 20-second rest. We have 2 more exercises to go. We're going back into the animal flow movement, the side kick through, one of my favorites here. Training the oblique slings of the body as well as your obliques and the upper back. So like I was talking about earlier, try and make sure the air around you is very thick. So as you kick through this motion here, you're gonna really feel the core have to work harder. And that's the goal. Don't always have to go fast to make things harder. You wanna be in more control here. And beautiful work, y'all. Take your 20-second rest, and we have one more last thing. It's going to be the alternating jackknife to finish up strong. Okay, start by reaching the body, reaching those hands out and driving the knees into the elbows and the elbows into the knees. If you can't keep your legs up the whole entire time, that's gonna make it a little bit harder for you. Last few seconds of this whole entire workout. I know abs is hard, but thanks for doing it together. Sending you a big old peace sign and lots of love. I appreciate you and have a beautiful rest of your day.